Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Raleigh where police arrested Diane Cook yesterday after warrants say that she intentionally burned a home with two people inside last Thursday. Now Cook is listed as State Senator Norm Sanderson's assistant on the General Assembly's website. Last month, Sanderson of Pamlico County was arrested by the Highway Patrol for DWI. Court records show that Sanderson took a breathalyzer test and blew a .16, which is twice the legal limit. Sanderson, a Republican, represents District 2, which includes Carteret, Chowan, Halifax, Hyde, Pamlico, Warren, and Washington counties. Cook has been charged with first-degree arson and is being held without bond. She is due in Wake County Court later today. Now we also want to highlight a shooting investigation that has netted 2 arrests. 37-year-old Joshua Mabry was brought back to Pitt County yesterday after being caught in Pennsylvania on November 6. Now he was wanted for the October 3rd shooting of Terrence Richardson II on Crawford Street. Deputies say the 44-year-old victim was shot multiple times. Richardson was treated at ECU Health Medical Center and later released. Mabry was charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and 2 counts of felony conspiracy. He was taken to the Pitt County Jail and was not given bond. Bernard Jones was also charged in the shooting and arrested on October 8th. And now we want to turn our attention to the Trump administration, where Department of Defense officials are now lobbing charges, opening an investigation into Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona. NBC's Garrett Hake has more on the developments.
An extraordinary escalation today in the Trump administration's efforts to target the president's critics, with Arizona Senator Mark Kelly now facing a Defense Department investigation after Kelly and 5 other Democratic lawmakers, all former military and intelligence officers, released this video last week.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Urging current officers to defy unlawful orders from the administration. Kelly speaking overnight.
I think it's important for people to know that they need to be able to stand up and speak out.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing an inquiry into the retired Navy captain and astronaut, calling the lawmakers' video, quote, despicable, reckless, and false. The department says it's probing whether the video was intended to interfere with the loyalty, morale, or good order and discipline of the armed forces, and saying its review could lead to Kelly being recalled to active duty for a court-martial.
Is the White House supportive of the Pentagon's investigation into Mark Kelly, and what do you make of his response that it's just intimidation?
I think what Senator Mark Kelly was actually trying to do was intimidate the 1.3 million active duty service members.
In the wake of the video's release, President Trump accused the lawmakers of sedition, punishable by death, and shared a post that said, quote, hang them, later clarifying.
I'm not threatening death, but I think they're in serious trouble.
Kelly now saying he's being targeted.
I said something that was pretty simple and non-controversial, and that was that members of the military should follow the law. And in response to that, Donald Trump said I should be executed.
And again, that was NBC's Garrett Hake reporting. We now want to turn to your weather forecast. We could be seeing some rain showers here pretty soon. In fact, here's a look outside in Morehead City. You can see some raindrops there off in the distance, some rain clouds moving onshore across Carteret County. Let's take a look at what we've got right now. There you can see those raindrops moving over the Crystal Coast. There's not a lot, but our camera was able to capture the few drops that are falling across eastern North Carolina right now. We will have more rain showing up later on today into tonight. Could even extend into the early hours of tomorrow morning, but the rain, it's looking relatively sparse at this point. However, with increasing humidity, that could change with this system. Again, if this boundary, this large bow echo holds together it will create quite a bit of rain across eastern North Carolina. Now, of course, that is a big if. This is something the models have missed entirely, but as you can see, it has held together very well over the past 3 hours. It has moved across Atlanta, Athens, and now is crossing over Greenville, South Carolina, will approach Columbia most likely within the next hour. It's moving at about 50 to 60 miles an hour and contains a big wind front, a big gust front ahead of it. Now currently winds blowing at around 8 miles an hour in Grifton out of the south-southeast. Air temperatures up near 70 degrees. Right now coming in at 68 degrees in Grifton. We're seeing 68 in Elizabeth City, in Mania, Williamston, Greenville, Washington, and Kinston. We've got low 70s being reported across Plymouth, Hatteras, Beaufort, New Bern, Jacksonville, and Kenansville. And the warmest spot on the map right now, Stumpy Point, 74 degrees. Now, Roanoke Rapids currently in the mid-50s, but continues to warm up at a fairly rapid rate. If you are watching closer to the Virginia line, I do again think you still have the shot at the 70s later on today. Now, as far as your humidity goes, it has increased significantly. Right now, we've got dew points approaching the low 60s. Plymouth right now, 61-degree dew point. The rest of eastern North Carolina generally in the mid to upper 50s. The higher our dew points get, the more rain we will get out of this system. And a big increaser or a driver of dew points, winds out of the south. Whenever we've got a southerly wind, is bringing that warmer air off the water, and warmer air can hold more moisture. Having it come off the water as well, another additive to moisture content. That is good news. So as we head through the late night hours this evening, that continued southerly flow will help push those dew points up, increase the humidity, and potentially increase the amount of rain we see over eastern North Carolina out of this system. For now, it's still looking like we're going to be seeing spotty showers here and there at times on Wednesday, but when that cold front finally rolls across eastern North Carolina late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, that's when the cold air flow really starts to begin. At that point, we are going to be seeing air temperatures drop significantly, going from the mid to upper 70s tomorrow to the mid 50s by the time we get into your Thanksgiving afternoon. Get ready for a chill. It's going to be quite the change of fortunes temperature-wise, but again, two fronts will have that effect. That and the cold air will get anchored in place by that area of high pressure over Mississippi and Alabama. That will continue to encourage a northwesterly wind flow and keep those air temperatures quite a bit cooler than our seasonal average. Normal this time of year is right around the low to mid 60s. Coming up on Friday and Saturday, we're going to be in the mid to upper 40s for your daytime highs. Overnight lows Friday night into Saturday morning, 24 degrees. Hard freeze coming up Friday night to Saturday morning. We will also again see potentially freezing conditions Thanksgiving night into Friday morning, and then again Saturday night into Sunday morning. The good news is over Saturday and Sunday, air temperatures will start to warm. 48 degrees on Saturday, turns to 61 on Sunday. And then a little bit more rain returns to the forecast as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.